Hi friends, I'm Stephanie Hansen. Let's go! I've been cooking, eating, and talking about it for years.
This is amazingly good.
Now I'm inviting you along for the ride. You seem like you're pretty adventurous about food. Meet the chefs, home cooks, restaurateurs, and bakers honing their crafts. Oh, look at that technique. And try new recipes with me in my kitchen. It's simple, it's easy, that looks amazing. There's always something delicious to share. This is Taste Buds. Hey Taste Buds, I'm in Uptown and you know what I love? I love Korean food. I love the sauces, I love the fermentation, the pickled vegetables. I love it all. So today's episode's gonna be all about it. We're gonna go to United Noodles with my friend Casey Kai. He makes what he calls Korean ketchup. It's his delicious K-Mama sauce. And I wanted to explore fried rice. And there's no one doing better fried rice in the Twin Cities than Ann Kim, James Beard Award-winning Ann Kim. She has converted her restaurant in Uptown into Kim's. And she is making gorgeous fried rice. And it is gonna be super fun to learn how to do it so that maybe I can do something like it at home. I don't know, we'll have to see when we get back from the store. But first, let's hit up Kim's. Hi Taste Buds, I'm here with Ann Kim, James Beard Award-winning Ann Kim. I just love that so many Minnesota chefs get recognized. It's like the Academy Award of food, you guys. It's a big darn deal.
Oh, we have so much talent here. It's really exciting to see.
We happen to be standing in your newest restaurant called Kim's.
Yes, this past November, I just decided to reconcept to something a little more personal, close to my heart and something I grew up with, and that's Korean American cuisine. And I have a talented crew and they get creative and we collaborate and come up with things that just, at the end of the day, taste good.
Yeah.
Feel good to me.
Because it is super tasty, and Taste Buds, we are here to have some super tasty. We're gonna make your famous fried rice.
Yeah, we're gonna make Spam and kimchi fried rice. And we can't really call it Spam. We're calling it Ann's Ham.
Ann's Ham.
Yes, we call it Ann's Ham because we make it in-house, inspired by Spam.
Sure, what an homage.
And then the kimchi is my mother's recipe, family recipe, and it's been the same ever since. And toss that in and make something really delicious.
All right, I can't wait to see your version and taste your version of Spam, Ann's Ham, we'll call it. I'll stop calling it Spam. We'll just call it Ann's Ham.
Ann's Ham.
All right, Taste Buds, we're making fried rice with Ann Kim.
So I added here some smoked onions, and we smoke it because I love the kind of rich, deep flavor of that. Then we have the Ann's Ham that we've cubed up, and we're gonna get a little color on that.
So we're gonna get a lot of good crispy bits.
That's the best part.
I think so too.
We are going to add white short grain Korean rice, as well as, some people call it forbidden rice, some people call it black rice. And we have to make this ahead of time because you want it to be dried out. You never want to use like fresh rice because it'll stick all over the place.
Which is why if you get takeout, always save your rice in the freezer because it makes excellent fried rice.
That's right. Rice is life, as I say. And then a little bit of butter because we're in the Midwest.
Butter tastes good.
It gives it kind of a richness. And when people ask like, ooh, where's that from? It's butter. And then gonna add the kimchi. Kimchi just means pickle in Korean. So there's probably hundreds of varieties of fermented vegetables. And we add pickled Fresno because I like the addition of a little more heat. And we pickle it so it's a little sweet and a little spicy. And now we're going to add the rice.
You are taking all of those ingredients and all those components and putting an Ann Kim twist on it, which I guess is probably why you're an amazing chef.
And I have to give credit where credit is due. Like, imagine Friday night service. We have all these stations. We have 3 to 4 cooks here that are cooking for hundreds of people every night. So.
And I have to say, I did tell her this already, cleanest restaurant kitchen I've ever been in. Your kitchen's probably cleaner than my home kitchen, which is saying a lot.
Now we're gonna add a little secret sauce, which is our house-made chojang. And chojang is sort of a sweet and sour, spicy sauce. It's basically made out of gochujang, which is a fermented chili paste.
Yep.
And you'll find gochujang in so many different things.
For this same episode, after this, we're going to shop with our friend Casey Kai. who makes a version of that he calls the Korean ketchup. So he would reiterate that Koreans use this in all their food.
They do. So now the flavors are all
So beautiful.
melded together. And now I'm gonna finish with a little bit of scallion in there.
Something green. You always want to finish with green.
So now we're gonna turn around.
You got the flair. My husband taught me how to do that, but I'm not as good at it as you are.
Oh my God.
Okay. I can smell like delicious sizzling pork nugget and pepper.
Pork nugget, I like that.
Yeah, just like, like
we're
kind of how
not-
bacon smells.
We're not done quite yet. We've got some toasted sesame seeds, which adds a nuttiness. We also make in-house fried ginger
Yum.
and adds another level of dimension. And then this, we have some crispy nori, and that just adds another texture and more layers of umami.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
So this is the finished product. This is our kimchi fried rice with Anne's ham. And remember I told you rice is life? Like,
Yes.
if there isn't rice at the Korean table, then you're not eating. And the way people ask if you're doing well, like my mother, as a term of endearment, the first thing she'll say when she calls me is "밥 먹었나?" And that means, have you eaten?
Oh,
And that just means, are you doing good? And when you say let's eat, it's basically let's eat pop. Pop means to eat, but it's literally pop means rice.
Oh.
So this is a big deal.
let's go
Yeah,
taste.
let's do it.
Do you mind if I just start?
Go,
I have to lift
please.
up my bowl so I can get the smell in my face. Oh, look at that. This is delicious. I can definitely taste the nuttiness of the rice that we use, the combination. Also, it's spicy, but it's not burning. It's just flavorful spicy. Does that make sense? I need to find better words, but
It's got a kick to it.
this is kind of a whole warming mouth experience.
Oh, good. I like that. Warm.
You eat rice every day, you think? Because I feel like if I was eating this, I would.
Growing up, there was rice at every meal, but now it's like I have 4 restaurants. I often eat at the restaurants, but when my parents come over, there's usually always rice on the table.
And what was it like growing up in Apple Valley, which was farmland essentially back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, our family immigrated to America in 1977. It was very different back then than it is now.
Very
And-
rural, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, there was one high school, and for the most part, it was really great. The one thing, though, is growing up, as you can imagine, back then in the early 80s, as a child, there wasn't a lot of diversity.
Yeah.
I was primarily white, and that also goes for the food landscape. And so, having immigrated here, my grandmother came with us, and so she did the majority of the cooking because both my parents worked multiple jobs, they worked graveyard shifts, and so as a young child, this is the stuff that I ate, this is the stuff that I knew. But when I started school and realized, oh, something's not quite the same.
What was in
The
your
kids'
lunchbox?
Yeah, the kids' lunches, were comprised of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, bologna sandwiches. And my first lunch my grandmother made was a bento box with rice and dried fish and kimchi and nori. And I remember opening it up, and kids, when they don't know things, are going to react. And of course, they just said, "What is that smell?" And "Ooh, how could you eat that?" And when you're a young child, all you want to do is to have a sense of belonging.
Yes.
And that certainly did not put me in that group of belonging. And I think it took me many, many years to sort of get over that. And so I'm really proud today that now it feels sort of like a full circle moment, where after decades of feeling like this food was a source of shame is now a great source of pride, and I get to share a little bit of my heritage and who I am with the community through this restaurant, which is also happens to be our family's namesake of Kim's. So it feels really appropriate.
In your hometown, where you've been cultivating and embracing over time the heritage that you grew up with.
I'm excited about what we're doing now, and I have a lot of hope for what lies ahead.
Me too. Me too. Thanks for sharing your fried rice.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sharing your fried rice recipe with
twister.
me. Easy for me to say. Okay, and I'm not going to leave without eating just a tiny bit more. Yum. Oh, taste buds, was that fried rice amazing? I'm now gonna head to United Noodles with my friend Casey Kai. He has the Korean ketchup is what he calls it. It's K-Mama sauce, and he's gonna take us all through United Noodles and help me pick up ingredients to make my version of fried rice at home. Come on, taste buds. We are here at United Noodles in Minneapolis. I'm here with Casey Kai.
Good to see you.
Casey makes what is called K-Mama sauce. It is what you told me once it was the Korean ketchup.
Yeah, K-Mama sauce just came about because I moved here. I'm an East Coast transplant.
Okay.
I miss my mom's cooking, and through many, many iterations, hundreds of iterations later, and the approval of my mom, she gave me the stamp of approval and said, hey, just go with this version, which is the one I grew up eating on rice and soups and noodles and meats.
Even I've used it to make like meatloaf.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's super delicious on the top of a meatloaf. Talk about like the
Yes.
Korean mashup of Minnesota. But Casey's he does these things on TikTok that I saw where he walks you around a grocery store and helps you pick out Korean ingredients, things that maybe you're not familiar with. So I thought, who better to help me buy some products for the things that I'm gonna make than Casey Kai.
Yes.
All
Let's
right.
get comfortable in the grocery store, and you
Let's
wouldn't
get
be
comfy.
Yes.
Our Napa cabbage,
Yeah,
is
you
this
gotta
where
come
we
in.
start?
Yeah, how to make kimchi. This is it right here. But
Yes.
this is kind of your staple breakdown of what you need for seasoning. So fresh produce and seasoning. The zucchinis are in a ton of Korean dishes, carrots. This is something you cannot live without. It's called green onion, but they also go by scallions.
Yeah.
It varies depending on which country, but you gotta have this. You always have to have fresh green onions.
I think I'm gonna make a scallion pancake because I really love those. And then fried rice because Ann just showed me how to do it and I think I can kind of make up my own.
Awesome.
Casey's getting me a basket for my produce. Okay, kimchi around the corner.
Yes.
Do you have any particular type of kimchi that you like?
There's like a gradation of freshness. So it's like just made, is super fresh, to like sparkly, like kind of like a Sprite or Coke flavor because it gets so fermented.
Yep.
I like it right in the middle. One of these.
Okay, we'll just get a small one.
Yeah.
Kimchi, okay?
There you go. This is fun. These are like nice little sides. Just kind of freshen up your...
Like the pickled condiments?
Yep.
Isn't that a big part about eating Korean food?
Oh yeah, tons. This is like Japanese salted plums, which is really special. You eat it with sushi.
Yum.
I didn't know how to eat that until my Japanese friend who grew up eating that was like, oh, you should eat this with that, right? And that's kind of how it is for most people who don't typically eat Korean, Japanese, Southeast Asian, or whatever. It's like someone has to introduce it to you.
Yeah,
Eat
like
it in this
you're
situation.
introducing me. And the pickled garlic, look.
The whole garlic,
Like, what would you do with this?
You literally just down one piece at a time. as a side.
Now, this is a weird question, but does it make your breath smell like raw garlic does?
Probably worse. So don't have plans after, if you know what I'm saying. Just if
so you don't eat this and then kiss your wife.
You're gonna go on a date first, and then you're gonna be eating.
Okay. Shopping with Casey's fun.
This is awesome.
Yep.
These are the hacks you want to know.
I am the soup queen. I love soup.
Yes.
So these are like, tell me, they're kind of ready to go?
Yes. This is like the meal hack central. You just add water. Anything red is gonna denote spicy.
Oh.
So just
I
FYI.
mean, that is really good to know though, because it would seem like it's obvious, but it's not.
Get the whole snack section.
Yep.
Have you seen Squid Game?
Yes.
Right? So it's they have to kind of scrape it out of the little star and the little umbrella. This is the little sweet snack that they have to kind of scrape at. So instant ramen. Literally just add hot water with the packet. This is like college, early professional.
I love it.
There it is.
This is our special scallion pancake flour. Everything all pre-seasoned for our Korean pancake mix. Great.
There you go. We're gonna pick up her Spam.
On to the Spam.
So there's different Spams for different countries, but this might be the one they sell in the Philippines, but this is especially delicious.
What is tocino? Is that just like a spice blend?
Yeah, I think it's, exactly.
It is made in Austin, Minnesota, just like the regular Spam.
Wow.
Let's do it.
That's it.
Casey, thank you so much for helping me get all my groceries together.
You're welcome.
I've got my K-Mama at home, so I'm gonna use that in my fried rice. I'm definitely coming back here. The prices were great.
Yes.
Everything felt super fresh, and everyone was really approachable and helpful in the store.
Well, thank you. This was a lot of fun. I love food shopping with friends and family. So
and keep up the good TikToks, because that's how I thought about doing this. I saw you, and I was like, and I've learned so much from watching your TikToks. So thanks, Casey.
Thank you, Stephanie.
It's great to see you. Let's go back to my house. Hi, Taste Buds. I'm back from United Noodles, and I am ready to make my Kim's inspired, K-Mama sauce flavored fried rice. So let's just see if we can get the Spam out and cut it. Whoop. I'm gonna cut it into cubes very similar to how Ann did at Kim's, just because why wouldn't you do exactly what a James Beard award-winning chef does when you're at home, if you can. We are gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use a little bit of sesame oil. I pulled out some gochujang peppers that I had that are Korean peppers, and I have about a 1/4 cup of onions. I'm making enough for probably 2 people. And I'm going to, at the same time, add our Spam because we want to get it crisp. You're going to be using old rice or rice that you've had that's dried out a little bit. So I made rice last night and I froze it in my handy super cubes. This is a Hansen hack. And when I get a minute, I'll pop these cubes out into a Ziploc bag, and it will give us a quick handy rice for making fried rice in the future. I'm going to add some of my pickled vegetables. This is ginger, carrots, a little turnip. I'm gonna use some of my kimchi. I'm gonna use about a 1/4 cup. I was afraid of kimchi for a while. I don't know why, just probably because I wasn't a very adventurous eater. I would highly encourage you though to try it now. My kid loves it, my husband loves it. We're gonna add the K-Mama sauce. This is a spicy version, so this is not going to be for the faint at heart. I've got a cup of rice, and again, I think this will make a portion for like 2 maybe. I'm also at this point gonna throw in jalapenos. All right, I think everything is feeling good. Now, when we were at Kim's, they had like crispy bits to put on top. I have scallions, which are a little boring, but it'll give it a little bit of green. I have some of the pickled jalapeno, and then I'm gonna just hit it with a tiny bit of salt. The thing I love about Korean food, your whole mouth warms up. All the flavors are blending. The Spam, it's kind of a sweet, porky flavor, which is good. Kimchi is so delicious, and really the star of this dish. You get the saltiness, the brininess, really great flavor. Very happy with my homemade, Kim's inspired, K-Mama sauce flavored fried rice. All right, Stanley's home from his walk, so don't be surprised if he's in the kitchen because that's a dog's favorite place, including Stanley. Now, I love Korean pancakes, scallion pancakes. So Casey and I were talking about it. He was like, yeah, I think you need to make a scallion pancake. Did you woof, Stanley? He can smell something delicious. So the Korean come on, you're out. Go on, go lay down. All right, we're gonna use 1.5 cups of our mix. The other thing that I needed to figure out was how much water to put in there. I figured out that we're gonna be using about 320 milliliters, which converts to about 1.5 cups. In one of the recipes that I saw, they also put like herbs and diced cucumber and scallions in here. So I thought, I have all these scallions, I may just add a few. All right, I'm going ahead and just preparing my pan. And this is gonna go fast once it gets going. So I'm supposed to lay my scallions down and create a mat. This is my chefy way. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some of my batter in, crossing my fingers. Let's go scallion pancakes. They're kind of moving around a little bit. All right. Oh, I see bubbles. Oh, it's solid. See it? It's kind of loose in there. I could do the Ann Kim strategy, but I feel like I'm really risking. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, ready? Oh, great. There. Okay, we're gonna have to do one more. Putting my scallions down in a mat. Okay, and now my pan is really hot. Here we go. I'm doing it just a little bit thinner batter. And I think this could be the ultimate scallion pancake. So I'm gonna try doing it the Ann Kim way. I just need to be brave and really get a good flip. Okay, ready? Oh, so close! Dang it. Do we do one more? Spray. We've got our little scallion raft. Our batter. This one doesn't work, friends. I'm calling it quits. You know who can flip really good too is Kurt. Kurt! Do you feel like you could flip a pancake for me? Okay, you ready? You can't wear that hat, it's too gross. Okay. Everybody, this is Kurt Johnson, my husband. We've called in reinforcements. We're gonna wait till it's ready, and then you're gonna give it the real Kurt Johnson flip. Because I really probably should have done it on like a flat top so that I could just flip it with a skillet. No, it's not ready yet. Oh, this is why we do not cook together. You're looking for like the little bubbled up?
Bubbles up.
Okay, so are you feeling ready, Kurt?
I am ready.
Wait, are you sure it's done?
Oh yeah, it's done. You ready?
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Oh my God.
I'm so mad that you got it so good the first time. Thank you, Kurt. Okay. He did work in a restaurant. I was just a cocktail waitress. I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, I got it. Did you see it? Woo, okay. It's about like you really gotta get aggressive with the wrist. Holy cats, that was fun. There's a scallion pancake. Oh, yum. It's very much like a starchy pancake, like kind of a cross between maybe how an omelet texture would be. Very good. The scallion raft, I think, is important because I think if you didn't have that, you wouldn't have enough flavor. Yum. Try the scallion pancakes, friends. You're gonna like it. If nothing else, you can amuse your friends with your ability to flip or not to flip. That is the question. All right, taste buds, we've used our K-Mama sauce. We made the fried rice with the Spam that was really delicious. We learned from Ann Kim about the flipping, and while we didn't get it all the way, we finally did at the end. And we had the final, some would say maybe the easiest dish that became the hardest for me. It's the scallion pancake with the K-Mama sauce. You can find all these recipes at fox9.com/tastebuds. Thanks for being on the adventure.